It's time to live your dream and to step into your purpose. Guys, it's Monday, and I titled this midday motivation, Shake It Off. Years ago, I heard this story of an old farmer who had a goat in his backyard, and also in his backyard he had an old well where used to get water from, but the well had dried up and it was just an empty well sitting there in the backyard with that old goat. One day the old goat was in the backyard just playing around, but somehow this goat slipped and fell in a 12-foot well. The farmer goes out there, he does everything he can to try to get this goat out. I mean, he does everything. He tries to build contraptions, that doesn't work. He tries to reach down there, that doesn't work. He called neighbors to try to help him, that doesn't work. They think about trying to get a ladder to go down in there, but it was so dangerous it could possibly cave in on him. That didn't work. He tried everything he could in his power to get that goat out of that well, but to no avail. He could not get it out. So he said, well, the least I could do is give this old goat, who was so good to me over the years, a decent burial. So what he started to do was just dig on the side of the well and throw dirt in the well to just bury the old goat alive. He'll dig, throw more dirt down in there, dig, throw dirt down in there. But after about doing this about 50 times, he kept hearing the goat make noise. He was like, what's going on? So he began to dig more dirt. And boom, he got friends to come in and help him. And now there are 4 and 5 shovels of dirt being thrown down on top of this old goat inside of the well that's below the earth. But the goat continued to make noise. What the farmer did not know was that every time they were throwing those huge amounts of dirt on top of that goat, inside of that well, that goat will shake the dirt off and pack it under his feet. He will shake it off and pack it under his feet, creating a barrier under him that he began to rise and rise and rise. And before you know it, the old goat just jumped out of the well, because after shaking all of that dirt up there, he had built a foundation solid enough for him to jump out and walk away alive. Perhaps you're like that old goat. You know, you fell into some despair. You fell into some discouragement. You fell into some disappointment. Maybe it was not your fault. Just like that old goat, he was back there just playing around and slipped into that well and fell down. And people have counted you out and written you off. Maybe you're like this guy named Joseph in the Bible, who people he trusted, people who he loved, they betrayed him and they threw him inside of an old well to kill him, to get rid of him. Maybe you're like that. Regardless if you were thrown in there or you fell in there, you're in a situation right now, you're in a deep, deep well, and people are throwing discouragement on you. People are throwing despair on you. People are throwing disappointment on you. People are writing you off. You have the fears of your past. All of these things are being poured on you while you're already in a well of life. I mean, it seems like there's no light. I mean, you can't get any type of victory. It seems like it's over for you. I want you to take a lesson from that old goat. When the things begin to pour on you, shake it off. Don't let it stick. Shake it off and pack it under your feet. Understand that this is not going to be the end of your story. Shake it off and pack it under your feet. When people try to throw disappointment on you, shake it off and pack it under your feet. When people walk away from you and betray you, shake it off and pack it under your feet, because it's not what happens to you that matters. It's what happens inside of you. So don't let the defeat, the despair, the discouragement, all of the different things that they're throwing at you, don't let it get inside of you. Shake it off and pack it under your feet and walk in your purpose. Don't let anything separate you from what God has called you to do. This is your moment. This is your finest hour. Shake it off and pack it under your feet.